Laid up talking about what the future holds. I can't give a bird a ring, this ain't the Super Bowl. And mirror selfies and boy shorts, shoot cute in those. Wish orgasms back to back.
Yeah, man. It's the homie Hood Legend back with another vlog. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay in tune with everything going on in battle rap. K-Shine, let me holla at you, bro. What is going on? It seems like every major holiday you try to make an announcement like you're coming back. It was New Year's, then it's 4th of July, you just made an announcement. I'm surprised this nigga ain't battling on Thanksgiving. Like, for real, Shine, what is going on, bruh? You need a manager. I'm just keeping it real. You need a manager. You need a where's the boss at? You know what I'm saying? She got Av and Swamp, right? Maybe she can get you right, bro, because right now you just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And this card is too. I want the culture to support you, and I'm pretty sure the culture is going to support you. But right now, this card is all over the place. JC versus another dude that nobody never heard of. You know what I'm saying? You versus Shawty Horror. You know what I'm saying? Like Big T versus Serious Jump. What is Shine? Who collaborated with you to put these matchups together, first of all? You know what I'm saying? Like, these matchups nobody want to see, bruh. Really, nobody wants to even see you and Shawty Horror. It's really all about your return. So what are you going to do, bro? You need to hire a marketing team, a manager, somebody that's going to be sitting there and instead of being a yes man and saying, yes, Shine, that's fire. Yes, Shine, that's fire. No, it's not. No, it is not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to see this card, bro. They don't want to see this card, but hopefully it goes down. He says it's going down in August. That's what K-Shine says. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we in July right now. You know what I'm saying? So next month, this should be popping off. You know what I'm saying? Pay-per-view event. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should see what's going on. But Shine, you trying to take your career in your own hands might not be the wave right now for you. You know what I'm saying? You've been away from battle rap. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, a lot of these pay-per-view numbers ain't what it really seems, bruh. A lot of your peers, you need to talk to these niggas and ask them, like, yo, what's going on with the pay-per-view? Like, how is it? You see what happened to John? What's going on with him? He said he ain't throwing no more events because the money ain't there. He got a whole event where he ain't even pay the battlers. Come on, bro. I'm just keeping it real. You might should have talked to somebody before you trying to pop out and throw your own event and you just got everything figured out and you ain't even been in battle rap in 2 or 3 years. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So with this event right here, what if it does not go right? What if you don't pull in the pay-per-view numbers that you think you go pull in? Then what? Where do you go from there? These are the things that you need to be asking yourself, bro, because right now it's not really the right temperature to kind of be jumping into the pay-per-view realm. You know what I'm saying? You see URL they kind of did it like last minute. They wasn't even going to do it. URLs go like pull the plug on the pay-per-view because so much bootlegging and discords and watch parties and all this, that, and the third. You got maybe 10 people that'll pay for pay-per-view and it's still dispersed all over Twitter. It's still dispersed all over like the internet, X and all this, that, and the third, bro. So you got to look at that, Shine. Did you sit down and did you think about this? Did you really sit down and think about what was you doing on your comeback? What was you doing with this pay-per-view? What was you doing with everything that you're going up against right now? Because the game ain't the same how it was back when you was doing the 2-on-2s with DNA and when you was hold so big you can walk through them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't that no more. The whole culture has changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you have a pretty solid fire event. But all in all, bro, you didn't know what you was doing when you saw that here and you trying to pop back out and throw your own event. You need those stages, bro. Those stages is going to pay you the bigger bags. You're taking a risk. And I know it. I get it. No risk, no reward. I get that at the end of the day. But, Sean, these are the things you got to think about when you're doing that, bro. You can't be sitting up just taking a major risk on your return. You banking off everybody copping the pay-per-view just to see you. That's what you're banking off of. So hopefully it goes right for you, bro. But a lot of times in these situations, a lot of these like pay-per-view events, they don't do the numbers that people actually think they're gonna do. Hitman Holla, he does he pulls in that pay-per-view money. You know what I'm saying? Max out 1 and max out 2, max out 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they pull in those type of numbers. But you're like kind of like a new league that's popping out, a new streaming service that's gonna be coming out, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Rap Grid. Rap Grid does a pretty solid deal, you know what I'm saying? But all in all, bruh, you gotta make sure that people are copying this pay-per-view. Like, now is the perfect time to go back to your promotion bag. You and Shotty need to do a face-off to let everybody know that it's really happening. You need to have Shotty in the States. For real. To let people know it's really going down, because a lot of people will sit here and drag their feet by copying the pay-per-view because lack of promotion. Why your other artists ain't going back and forth on X? Why they ain't got videos circulating on YouTube? This is the return of K-Shine. Why ain't you out here boots on the ground? You know what I'm saying? Like, letting everybody know that this is the return of K-Shine, and go cop the pay-per-view and support. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that you need to be doing, bruh. You need to be doing this for real, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna promote your event more than you. And right now, all the cards is in your possession. You can't blame URL. You can't blame nobody else for what they didn't do. If it doesn't go right, you gotta look in the mirror and you gotta blame K-Shine, because this is your event. Everything falls on you. The buck starts and it stops with you. So hopefully after this successful event that you're going to have, my G, you'll throw a couple of more and keep kind of throwing like more successful events, and kind of like get the matchups together that the people want to see, because a lot of these matchups on this card, bro, nobody wanted to see. You could at least have one. I'm pretty sure one of your battle rap peers would have did you a solid and jumped on this card and been like, yo, this the return of Shine. I ain't charging you nothing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So this is the things that you got to think about, Shine. The game ain't what it was 2 or 3 years ago when K-Shine last battle and you was getting those bags and this, that, and the third. It's a whole different wave out here right now, my G. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all think K-Shine is making a right decision by coming back? Is it perfect timing, or does K-Shine need to chill? Does K-Shine maybe need to sit back and analyze things? Does K-Shine need to talk to his peers? Does K-Shine need to talk to a league? Does K-Shine need to get a sponsor? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it somebody behind the scenes that's sponsoring this? You know what I'm saying? Does K-Shine need a manager? These are the things that you need to ask. Does K-Shine need a marketing team? You know what I'm saying? Because it can be done. You see what T-Top is doing with Straight Drop Media. You know what I'm saying? You see what he's doing with his league. You seeing what Calico was doing with Black Mafia Battle League, even though his last event wasn't successful. But you see what these dudes are doing. You see what Hitman is doing with Bags and Bodies. You see it. You see what Tay-Rock is doing with No Entourage. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen. You see what Eazy the Block Captain is doing with Trenches and Chrome. So you can have a successful kind of like league, because the blueprint is already set up there for you, but you still got to talk to your peers to understand what's going on and the dynamics and what you need to do behind the scenes to get people to cop these pay-per-views in order for you to get that bread back and recoup your money. These are the things you got to think about. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Hopefully K-Shine have a successful event. It should be fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you the best, bro. You was one of the best battle rappers in the game before you actually left and went on your hiatus. You know what I'm saying? You was one of the best in the game. You went on a 2-year run where you was kind of undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So the people, the culture rock with you, bro. It's just you kind of just did a Houdini and disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with all that being said, hopefully your return is your best bars that you got. We seen your little freestyle that you did in the ciphers, the sincere ciphers, that was fire. So we gonna see what's going on when you come back and get on that stage without the beat. What you gotta say. Who you gotta say something to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of encrypted message you got in your bars. These are the things that we gonna be looking for, K-Shine. But anyway, it's the homie Hood Legend. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and stay in tune with everything going on in battle rap. Till next time, I'm out.